Good morning, fellow Ugandans. I'm known by the names Aroma Patrick, a legal professional, a human rights activist, community developer diversified into agriculture and public health. Last night, I listened to President Museveni analytically, and from his address, I noticed that there were no many pledges this time, as opposed to the first and the second lockdown, where he made a lot of pronouncement in regard to the education and the economic sector. Two, the president took a swipe at the opposition as being false prophets, that Uganda accusing Ugandans of listening to the false prophets as opposed to himself and the NRM. That statement was not accidental. It shows that the president has not yet recovered from the shock of elections, particularly losing Buganda region, Secondly, the public amendment, the amendment to the Public Health Act, which is being fast-tracked, must be taken into context. Once the SOPs has been enacted as part of the Public Health Act, it has serious implications. Because one, it means it will be used to limit big and large gatherings, civil and democratic space, and it will have a negative development as far as the democratization process is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, most Ugandans may not get the rationale behind fast-tracking the amendment of the Public Health Act. But we should not forget what happened during the Public Order Management Act and some sections of the Police Act, which were invoked to really limit the civil and the democratic space. Thirdly, on the promise of education, how do you tie the openings of schools to vaccination of teachers, non-teaching staff, and the priority Ugandans? Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, children are going back to school. How comes that in Uganda we are tying it to vaccination? What are the vaccination rates in Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi compared to Uganda? What are the vaccination rates? Yet schools are running normally in those countries. Normally. So, personally, I was not convinced on that, unless there are some other reasons which are not being stated to the public. Worst of all the pledges which were made to promote education during the lockdown have not been fulfilled. No radios given to the households, no 2 television per village have ever been given. Even the government masks, some sub-counties never received any mask at all, and those given even were substandard. And learning materials. Children don't have learning materials at home. Coupled now with the digital divide, those in the urban centers who have access to smartphones and computers and TVs are learning, but the majority of the poor poor kids don't have access to any learning materials, which is very, very serious, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. My next article will tackle the government economic stimulus packages and the trend which is currently ongoing. Then I'll provide the way forward. Thank you.